I staggered on the desolate platform, the lingering echoes of that unearthly encounter reverberating in my mind. The air hung heavy with an eerie silence, disrupted only by the distant howl of the wind. Gripped by an inexplicable terror, I sought refuge in the abandoned station, hoping to find answers that could rationalize the inexplicable. The station master, an enigmatic figure cloaked in shadows, emerged from the darkness, his weathered face etched with a foreboding wisdom. His eyes held ancient secrets, a silent warning urging me to heed the perils of meddling in realms beyond comprehension. In a hushed voice tinged with an otherworldly knowledge, he spoke of the cursed town and its spectral inhabitants. Restless souls trapped in a liminal space, forever yearning for company, seeking to ensnare unsuspecting travelers into their eternal plight. The town, a forsaken enclave, was said to harbor an unspeakable tragedy, a tale woven with sorrow and betrayal that bound the spirits to their haunting existence. Desperate to unearth the truth, I implored the station master for guidance, but his cryptic warnings echoed with a chilling finality. Resigned to leave the town's secrets buried in the annals of the unknown, I boarded the next train, the weight of unspoken horrors heavy on my heart. As the train departed, I stole one last glance at the forsaken station, shrouded in an ethereal mist, a testament to the enigma that lay dormant within its confines. The echoes of that fateful journey lingered long after, a haunting reminder that some mysteries are not meant to be unraveled, their truths veiled in the shadows of the supernatural, beckoning to those who dare to tread the thin line between curiosity and peril. And so, with a solemn vow never to tempt the boundaries of the inexplicable again, I left behind the cursed town, carrying with me the chilling tale of that harrowing train journey, a cautionary whisper in the dark recesses of the unknown. Haunted by the specter of that night, I returned to the monotony of everyday life, yet the memory lingered, a shadowy reminder of the inexplicable and the unseen. Sleep became elusive, plagued by restless visions of the spectral figure and the whispered beckoning from that cursed train. In a relentless pursuit to reconcile the inexplicable, I delved into ancient tomes and sought counsel from seasoned experts in the occult. Each lead led to cryptic tales and warnings that mirrored the station master's enigmatic wisdom. Driven by an insatiable thirst for understanding, I embarked on a journey to uncover the truth, a pilgrimage to unravel the mystery shrouded in the cursed town's history. Determined to confront the unknown, I returned to the desolate station, my resolve unwavering despite the foreboding warnings that echoed in my mind. As I stepped onto the eerily familiar platform, a palpable sense of unease washed over me. Shadows danced in sinister patterns, and the air hung heavy with an ominous stillness. The station master, his eyes bearing the weight of ancient wisdom, emerged from the shadows once more, a silent sentinel guarding the secrets of the cursed town. With a cryptic gesture, he directed me towards a weathered path leading to the heart of the forsaken enclave. Each step resonated with a foreboding intensity, the spectral remnants of the town's tragic history palpable in the very air I breathed. The cursed town lay before me, its dilapidated structures standing as silent witnesses to an unspeakable past. A haunting lament carried on the wind, a mournful chorus echoing the sorrow of tormented souls trapped in a purgatorial existence. Driven by an unwavering resolve, I ventured deeper, guided by an inexplicable force that drew me toward the heart of the town. Shadows stirred, and whispers of forgotten tragedies reverberated through the abandoned streets, painting a tapestry of sorrow and betrayal that bound the spirits to their spectral prison. With each passing moment, the boundary between the tangible and the ethereal blurred, as if time itself had surrendered to the town's haunting legacy. Unearthly wails filled the air, a chorus of anguish that pierced through the veil of reality, leaving me teetering on the precipice of the unknown. In the heart of the countryside, a place forgotten by time, stood the foreboding silhouette of Ashcroft Manor, a towering edifice that loomed over the landscape like a malevolent sentinel. Its very presence whispered of secrets, of a haunting past steeped in tragedy and inexplicable disappearances. Curiosity mingled with trepidation as I stood before the wrought iron gates, drawn by the lure of the unknown. The legends surrounding the estate, of a family consumed by madness and a dark force that had taken residence within its walls, failed to deter my reckless urge to explore the enigmatic corridors of the forsaken mansion. As I stepped past the threshold, the air turned thick with an otherworldly chill, sending a shiver down my spine. My companion's carefree laughter dissipated into a tense silence, replaced only by the eerie symphony of our own footfalls echoing through the cavernous halls. The manor stirred to life around us, revealing its haunted secrets in whispered echoes that reverberated from every corner. Shadows danced malevolently, their forms contorting into grotesque shapes that seemed to mock our intrusion, guiding us deeper into the labyrinth of dread. Doors slammed shut, sealing our fate within the oppressive embrace of the mansion. Each room held a unique horror, a nursery frozen in time, its abandoned toys imbued with an unsettling aura, a library filled with ancient tomes whose pages whispered arcane incantations, and a grand ballroom where ethereal figures swirled in a spectral waltz. As the night wore on, our group fractured, each member confronted by their own chilling manifestations. There was also my own fears materialized, a spectral visage in the mirror, distorting my reflection into a grotesque mockery, chilling whispers that spoke of my deepest regrets, and ghostly apparitions that mirrored my darkest secrets, each tormenting me with relentless fervor. Desperation clawed at my chest as I sought an escape, stumbling upon a chamber bathed in an eerie, pulsating glow. An altar adorned with cryptic symbols stood at its center, an ominous presence in the dimly lit room. This place is deserted. In a frenzied panic, I found myself chanting an incantation etched into the walls, a desperate plea to break the curse that ensnared us. He gasped. The very foundation of the manor quaked as if fighting to retain its hold. A blinding surge of light engulfed us, tearing through the darkness and wrenching us from the mansion's clutches. When the brilliance subsided, I found myself outside, gasping for air under the faint rays of dawn. Ashcroft Manor lay in ruins behind me, consumed by the very darkness it harbored. Though I had escaped the crumbling estate, the horrors of that night lingered within me, etching themselves into the depths of my soul, a chilling reminder of the terrors that had preyed upon my deepest fears, leaving an indelible mark upon my very being. In the dead of night, I found myself behind the wheel, traversing a desolate road enveloped in an eerie silence. Shadows loomed large, and an inexplicable unease settled upon me like a heavy cloak. The solitude was suffocating, amplifying the faintest rustle or distant whisper. As I drove, an unsettling sensation crept in, a sensation of being observed by unseen eyes. The radio crackled to life, emitting cryptic warnings that sent a shiver down my spine. I stole a glance into the rearview mirror, half expecting a ghastly visage to stare back at me, yet finding only an empty back seat. A flickering light ahead beckoned, revealing an abandoned house with shattered windows, an ominous silhouette against the night. Despite my instincts urging me to flee, an inexplicable force drew me closer. A haunting melody wafted through the air, chilling me to the bone. Entering the house, a palpable dread settled in, the temperature plummeting as if death itself had seeped into the walls. Whispers surrounded me, growing louder with each step, while shadows twisted into grotesque forms. Suddenly, a figure materialized. A spectral form clad in tattered garments, its eyes devoid of life fixated upon me. A blood-curdling wail pierced the silence as it reached out with an otherworldly hand, sending terror coursing through my veins. I sprinted towards the exit, heart pounding in my chest, only to find the car missing. Panic surged as the spectral figure drew closer, its haunting moans echoing through the desolate house. Salvation seemed impossible. But then, a distant light pierced the darkness, a glimmer of hope. With adrenaline fueling my movements, I dashed towards the light, leaving behind the haunted house and the chilling apparition. Even as the road stretched ahead, the memory of that spectral encounter lingered, a haunting reminder of the horrors lurking in the shadows of the night. Gasping for breath, I stumbled toward the distant light, my heart pounding in rhythm with each frantic step. The darkness seemed to claw at me, the spectral echoes haunting my every move. The beam of light grew brighter, promising safety and escape from the malevolent grip of the abandoned house. With every ounce of strength I pushed forward, my mind a whirlwind of terror and confusion. The sounds of that ghastly wail still reverberated in my ears, the feeling of those spectral fingers lingering on my skin like a chilling caress. As I drew closer to the light, a surge of relief washed over me, thawing the icy tendrils of fear that had taken hold. The darkness seemed to recede, and the weight on my chest lightened. Hope glimmered on the horizon like a beacon, guiding me to safety. Finally, reaching the source of light, I found myself at the edge of a clearing. A small cabin stood bathed in warm, inviting light, a stark contrast to the ominous darkness that had enveloped me moments ago. It appeared serene, untouched by the malevolent forces that lurked in the night. Without hesitation, I hurried toward the cabin, my hand trembling as I reached for the doorknob. With a creak, the door swung open, revealing a cozy interior aglow with a comforting fire crackling in the hearth. The warmth wrapped around me like a protective embrace, easing the residual fear that lingered within. Collapsed on the floor, gasping for breath, I realized that I had escaped the clutches of that haunted house and the ghostly specter that dwelled within. Yet, the memory of that chilling encounter would forever haunt my thoughts, a reminder of the terrors that lurk in the shadows, waiting to ensnare unsuspecting souls in their web of fear.